So today I'm going to talk about the Nest Hello and the Ring Video Doorbell Pro. Now I've used both of these doorbells for a little bit, and I wanted to talk about the differences between the two. So first of all, let's start with the install process. The Nest Hello walks you through the entire process through their app. Like, it will tell you to mount the screws, it'll tell you to install the power kit, how to do it. It will really just walk you through every single part of the process. If you have either the Nest Protect or Nest Cams, it'll even put in your Wi-Fi password for you, so you don't have to do anything except for scan the bar or the QR code on the back of the Nest Hello. Otherwise, it will walk you through everything. It was very easy, and I enjoyed installing it compared to the and compared to the Ring Video Doorbell Pro. Another thing is just on mounting hardware. This is the Nest Hello's mounting bracket, and it really fits on a standard, the holes fit on a standard doorbell. If you happen to have brick, you may have to drill some larger holes, but if you have wood or siding, you can just pretty much use the same holes and drive the screws through those. If you have newer stucco, you probably will have to drill it. If you have older, you could probably use screws through it. Also, the Ring Video Doorbell Pro's mounting holes, can't see if you can see that, you know, the difference. They're a lot larger. And if you're switching from the Nest Hello, or if you're switching from the Ring Video Doorbell Pro to the Nest Hello, you might see the holes that you drilled through if you're drilling into brick and you had to make your holes a little bit bigger. If you were screwing it in, then either into wood or siding, then it's probably a little less noticeable, but you might have to fill in the holes so no one would see it. I think that's so. With the Ring Video Doorbell Pro, the installation is pretty tough. It's the hardware's not as good. I don't know if I have never been able successfully to get it installed without some sort of a hitch, ever. And I've installed a few of them, and they've never just went smooth, which the Nest Hello did. I was quite impressed by the installation process and how easy they made it. The other thing, if you have a Google Home or a Google Home Mini or a Google Home Max, you can link your account, and it'll actually, when someone hits the doorbell, it'll actually ring through all of your devices saying that someone's at the door. And that's pretty cool. If you have a bigger house, you know, that would be very nice so that you can hear it everywhere, assuming you have multiple Google Homes. With the Ring Video Doorbell Pro, I had to buy a chime to go with it, just to be able to hear it. And you know, that's an additional cost that really it doesn't do anything other than ring when somebody's at the door. Now, they both can use Amazon Alexa Show and Spot to be able to look at the front door, and that's pretty cool on both of them. The Nest Hello, so it will recognize people that come to your houses. It puts it into the app, a picture of the person, and you can assign a name to it. And if you have the Google Home devices, it will say the person's name that's at your door. So if someone rings the doorbell and it's your mailman, it will say, if you've assigned the name mailman, then it will say their name. And that's pretty neat. However, it doesn't work perfectly. I've had it pop up and ask me if I knew who some of these cars were that came by instead of people. I've had to assign multiple people the same name so it could identify them, especially if someone's wearing a hat or looks a little bit different, then it's not going to recognize them. But still a very cool feature, and I'm sure that Google is still working on it. I wouldn't be surprised if Ring came out with the same thing, but that's pretty neat. The other nice feature that you get with the Nest Hello is that it records everything 24/7. So if you have the Ring Video Doorbell Pro, you may miss every once in a while someone coming to your door. But with the Nest Hello, it's really nice in the app. It shows you any of the motion. It'll point out people, and you can see really just anything that's happened. And it records everything. The con to that is it uses a lot of data to do that, and you have to buy a plan. So the plans come in 5, 10 days, and 30 days. And I believe the 5-day is $5 a month, the 10-day is $10 a month, and the 30-day is $30 a month. And what that means is it will record for 5 days, 5 straight days, and then they start deleting it. It'll record, if you have the 10-day, it'll record 10 days, and then it starts overriding each event. So you have a complete 10-day history, or a complete 5-day history, or if you went for the big boy and got the 30-day, you'll have a 30-day history. But that eats up a lot of data, and if you have a data cap, that could be a problem. I have a data cap myself, and I noticed in a 2-week period that this is used almost, I would say almost 100 gigs, and that's quite a bit within a 2-week period. And that's on the poorest quality. So it has 3 different levels of quality. It has low, medium, and high. And high is obviously the best resolution. Low is it's a poorer resolution. And so I had mine on low, and I still burnt through at least 100 gigs. It may have been more. One of my favorite features about Ring, though, is the community portion. And that's kind of cool. If you've never used a Ring, they have quite a bit of subscribers. And they will set up communities so that someone can report something suspicious, or if something happens to them, they can report that and alert their neighbors, or everybody who has a ring in that area can see it. And it doesn't matter if it's the Ring Video Doorbell 1, 2, or the Pro. And so if there's a solicitor that comes to someone's house, they can report that, and then all the people that have the devices can see that, hey, there's a solicitor that's been walking around. Or if there's something suspicious. Just last night, I noticed on my Ring app that I looked at was that somebody had stolen someone in my area's car, and they ended up reporting that. So that was nice to know that, that had gone on in my area, and to be on the lookout for it. And so that's been really nice. I really like the community factor that Ring has, which isn't available on the Nest Hello. One other con is also the Nest Aware. Since you can only get that in 5, 10, and 30-day blocks, let's say you went out of the country or went on a cruise, and you couldn't look at your phone for 5 days. Something happens at your house, and now that history is going to be overwrote because you've gone past your 5 days. If you went on a 14-day cruise, something happens on day 2, well, you're going to lose that. You're not going to have that when you get home. You would have to have the 30-day plan to be able to see that, and that's quite costly. So to me, that's a con. There's something that Nest needs to figure out, another alternative to the current plans, or figure out something to try to lower the amount of data that it uses to record it, and also try to figure out how to give you more than just 5 days if that's what you have as far as the plan goes. To me, they're missing the boat on that. So what it comes down to for me is I really like the Nest Hello. I like it a lot, but I had to go with the Ring. The data cap is just too costly for me. To go up to another tiered plan with my provider would cost me an additional $30 a month to be unlimited. And then I could see high quality, but to me it's just not worth the amount to upgrade to $30 a month to be able to see the doorbell history for 5 days. And so I'm sticking with the Ring. So I've had the Ring for probably about a year, and that's what I'm staying with. I wish I could go with the Nest Hello. If you don't have a data cap, and if you don't aren't concerned about storage, meaning either 5, 10, or 30 days of storage, then by all means go with the Nest Hello. I do still love the community factor in the Ring Video Doorbell Pro, but if it came down to it and Nest fixed some of those issues with just the data using too much data, or if they could figure out a way to maybe save some of the things like that have motion for longer than 5 days, then I would really consider keeping the Nest, and I would probably go with that. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it. I have a lot more videos about doorbells, transformers, any issues you may have with either the Ring Video Doorbell Pro or with the Nest Hello. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching again.